Hello, a very good evening, guys. Let us begin with the Smartkeeda Current Affairs mock test, 4th to 6th August. I hope you have all joined. So let us begin. Government of India has recently allocated over how many crore rupees under the Faster Adoption Manufacturing of Hybrid and Electric Vehicles FAME scheme, as it is known, till June this year? Kindly give the correct answer. Bhavneet, a very good evening. Hello, Johnny Kumar. Hello, yes. So government of India has allocated how many crore rupees? The answer for the same is that the government of India has allocated over 756 crore rupees. Pavneet, tomorrow we will release the Indian Polity section 2. So the government has allocated over 756 crore under the FAME scheme till June this year. This FAME scheme is very important for the development of hybrid and electrical vehicle sector in India. And the main objective of the scheme is to encourage faster adoption of electric and hybrid vehicles by way of offering upfront incentive on purchase of electric vehicles and providing necessary charging infrastructure of electric vehicles. It is very necessary that not only the electrical vehicles development is encouraged, but also their necessary charging infrastructure is available at various places, otherwise the model will fail. Which city has become the first city in the country to achieve 100% vaccination against COVID-19? Kindly give the correct answer. Which city has become the first city to achieve this feat? The correct answer for the same is that the city of Bhubaneswar has become the first city to achieve 100% COVID-19 vaccination. As the country is still reeling under the fear of a possible third wave of COVID-19, Odisha's Bhubaneswar has achieved this new milestone of becoming the first city in India to achieve 100% COVID-19 vaccination. Informed Anshuman Rath, he is the Zonal Deputy Commissioner of Bhubaneswar Municipal Corporation. Which of the following banks has been empaneled by the Reserve Bank of India to act as an agency bank so as to facilitate transactions related to government businesses? Kindly give the correct answer. Which of the following bank has been empaneled by the Reserve Bank of India? The correct answer for the same is that IndoUS Bank has been empaneled by the Reserve Bank of India to act as an agency bank so that they can facilitate transactions related to government business. This is a very good thing for the bank. Yeah, Vishal Gupta, after many days. It will strengthen the bank's presence within the government's domain, IndoUS Bank said. So this is very important that the Reserve Bank of India has been empaneled. IndoUS India Bank has been empaneled by the Reserve Bank of India to facilitate transactions related to government business. Right? So with this, it will join the rank of few other partners, few other private banks of the country to carry out general banking business on the behalf of central and state government. This ratification is very important by the RBI Bank because without it, the government cannot do transactions with these private banks. They can only work with SBI, PNB, which are government banks, but for private banks to work with it, they need to have the accreditation. Who among the following has been reappointed as Armenia's Prime Minister by President Armen Sarkissian? Kindly give the correct answer. Who among the following has been reappointed as Armenia's Prime Minister by President Armen Sarkissian? The correct answer for the same is that you can remember is Nikol Pashinyan. So Nikol Pashinyan has been reappointed as Armenia's Prime Minister by President Armen Sarkissian. So you can write it down very simple is that PM is Mr. Nikol Pashinyan and President is Armen Sarkissian. These are the things that you need to write down in your notebook specifically so that you can do the final revision and you don't get confused, because once you have done both of them, it will become very difficult to remember who was what at the last point. Which university has been recognized as the district green champion for the Patiala district for the academic year 2021 by the Mahatma Gandhi National Council of Rural Education, Ministry of Education, Government of India? Kindly give the correct answer. Kindly give the correct answer. The answer for the same is, yeah, it's correct, Nikhil Raj. It was Nicole Pashnian. Which now the question is, which university has been recognized? The answer for the same is that in Patiala district, Chitkara University falls. Chitkara University is basically near Rajpura, and Chitkara University Patiala has been recognized as the district green champion for Patiala district by the academic year 2021 by the Mahatma Gandhi National Council of Rural Education under the Ministry of Education, Government of India, right? So the award was presented to the Vice Chancellor, and this is a very important award given for the continuation of Swachh Bharat. Let's go ahead. Which annual day of NCDC was celebrated recently? Kindly give the correct answer. Which annual day of NCDC? What is the full form of NCDC, guys? So the full form of NCDC is National Center for Disease Control. National Center for Disease Control. So which annual day of the NCDC was celebrated recently? Kindly give the correct answer for that. The answer for the same is that 112th annual day of National Center for Disease Control was celebrated. Now, who is the new Health and Family Welfare Minister? That is Sri Mansukh Mandavia. He presided over this 112th annual day celebrations of the National Center for Disease Control along with Dr. Bharti Parwar here today. Which state police has recently secured first position in India under the CCTNS? Now, the thing is that you need to know the full form before you can attempt the question. So, what is the full form of CCTNS? Can anybody answer? The correct form is Criminal Tracking Network System. Criminal Tracking Network System. So, which have, yeah, you are correct. It is Haryana. Haryana is the state whose police has won the first prize under the CCTNS. Anil Vij has congratulated Additional Director General of Police, Telecom and IT, S. Chawla, as well as the police department for this achievement. Right? This system was implemented by the Union Home Ministry in the country to control the incidence of crime, and the states have to upgrade the systems under certain parameters. So Haryana is number 1, Gujarat has secured the second position with 99% marks, and Himachal Pradesh, my beautiful state, is in the third position. So this is a very, very simple and an easy thing to remember, that it is number 1 is Haryana, then the second is Gujarat, and third is Himachal Pradesh. Let's go ahead. Who among the following has been recently addressed at the second IndoUS Service Summit? So who among the following has recently addressed this second IndoUS Services Summit? We covered this in our last class. Well, the answer, yeah, it's correct, Kaushal Mehta. The correct answer for the same is that you can just understand from here, Services Summit. So what are the services covered under? Services are covered under Commerce. And who is the Commerce Minister of India? The Commerce Minister of India is Mr. Piyush Goyal. So basically, some of the times, like, the answer is in the question itself. So if you read the question properly, you will get the answer by negation. So Piyush Goyal has addressed the second Indo-US Summit. So Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal on Saturday said that India and the US are natural partners, and services trade will play a critical role in ever expanding business ties. Yeah, it's correct, Vishal, Kaushal and Nikhil Raj. Let's go ahead. Which of the following bank has recently signed a memorandum of understanding with the Society for Innovation and Entrepreneurship, IIT Bombay, to provide credit facility to the startups and small businesses through its loan product IND Springboard? Right? So which of the following banks have signed an MOU with the Society of Innovation and Entrepreneurship in IIT Bombay to provide credit facility to the startups and small businesses? Kindly give the correct answer. The correct answer is, kindly give the correct answer. The correct answer is none of these, as the correct answer for the same is Indian Bank. So Indian Bank is the bank which has signed this MOU. So Indian Bank has on July 27th entered into an MOU with Society for Innovation and Entrepreneurship, IIT Bombay, which is an initiative of the IIT Bombay for extending exclusive credit facility to startups and MSME. Basically, these banks also invest in the institutes where they see that the return can come very easily. Now IIT Bombay is an institute where people are like very intelligent people do come in, very sharp people do come in, so that's why they have invested here. Which of the following banks has launched a new and enhanced security feature, SIM binding in YONO and YONO Lite app? Now the answer for the same is none of these. I want to know who runs the YONO app. I think most of you know. The answer for the question is in the question itself. Who runs the YONO app? It's very, very simple, guys. The YONO app is run by none other than our largest bank, that is the State Bank of India. Yeah, it's very, very easy. State Bank of India. Exactly, Vishal and Nikhil. To safeguard the interest of its customer, country's largest lender, State Bank of India, has launched a new and enhanced security feature, that is SIM binding in YONO and YONO Lite app. Now with this, the customers will be protected from digital frauds, because this is the new kind of frauds which have arisen in the past 3 to 5 years. People through various apps like OLX, like through various even foreign companies, they come for digital frauds. YONO and YONO Lite will now work only on those devices which have the SIM card of the mobile numbers registered with the bank. As per the information received from the RBI, the total amount of unclaimed deposits of scheduled commercial bank was how much on December 31, 2020? Now, why this kind of data needs to be remembered? Because this is a very specific data. If the data keeps on occurring, let us say on January, in February or in March, then that data becomes redundant, because that is like inflation data, or you can say the data related to exports, that keeps on changing all the time. But this kind of data is always very important to learn. So how much crore rupees have been unclaimed deposits? The answer again that you have to remember is 24,356 crore. So you can fill it also. 24,356 crore rupees are unclaimed on December 31, 2020. So you can see it here. This was stated by the Union Minister for State for Finance, Dr. Bhavat Kisan Rao Karad, in a recent reply to a question in Rajya Sabha on July 27, 2021. There are some questions which are written in the polity. There are some questions which are oral. There are some questions which are starred. So these are the basic differences which we are going to cover in tomorrow's mega Indian polity class. This is basically a specific Indian constitution and polity class, which is very helpful for any guy who is preparing for static GK, as well as for somebody who is preparing for current GK as well as law entrances. Which digital payment platform has launched the UPI based auto pay functionality for its mutual fund systematic investment plans offerings, and became the first digital investment platform in India to introduce such a feature? Kindly give the correct answer. Hi Surendra Sharma. Which digital platform has launched this UPI autopay functionality? Well, the correct answer for the same is that it is Walmart backed PhonePe. So PhonePe, India's largest digital payment company, has announced the launch of UPI based autopay functionality for its mutual fund investment offerings that will allow its customers to set up their mutual fund SIP in just a few seconds. This is PhonePe's digital investment platform to introduce this feature in the country. Now they can set up their SIPs in just 3 steps. No, it was not GPay, it was PhonePe. Select fund, input monthly SIP investment amount, and authenticate with UPI PIN, making it first of its kind experience for millions of users across India. Right? So let's go ahead. Which country has assumed the UNSC presidency from August 2021? Again, this is a very important question. Why? Because this will go on from August to the next year. So which country has assumed the UNSC presidency? Right? So this will go on from the August 2021 for approximately 1 month. And this kind of GK normally comes in like, because if it is related with India, which country has assumed the UNSC presidency for August 2021? The correct answer is that United Nations Security Council for the month of August is with India. So India is going to have this United Nations Security Council for the month of August and will organize key events in 3 areas of maritime security, peacekeeping and counter-terrorism. Right? So with this, India has assumed the presidency of the UN Security Council, and India and France have enjoyed historical and close relation. Many of you don't know that even in the Pokhran tests, France unequivocally supported India. They did not support the sanctions which were imposed by then Bill Clinton government on India. So that's why India is always a very close partner of France, which is hidden in the normal GK lectures. Researchers from which university have named a newly discovered frog species after former Vice Chancellor and renowned plant genetist Professor Deepak Pantal? Kindly give the correct answer. So researchers have discovered this new frog species in Western Ghats. I just wish to know in the question that they have named it after Professor Deepak Pantal. Who is he was a Vice Chancellor of, or he was professor from which university? He was related to which university? Kindly give the correct answer. Yeah, the answer is very simple. Yeah, Sam, it's Delhi University. So it's University of Delhi. So researchers from University of Delhi have named the newly discovered frog species after former Vice Chancellor and renowned plant geneticist Professor Deepak Pantal. Right, so this frog was discovered in Western Ghats. This can be another question. And under who has been given the name honor, the answer is Deepak Pantal. Which is the university which he was associated? The answer is Delhi University. So basically, when you do a single question very properly, you cover almost 3 to 4 questions. And if you are doing, let us say, 600 questions of Smartkeeda, and if you do it like in depth, then you can cover around 1200 or 1800 points of GK, right? The study for these frogs were carried out for 10 years, according to Professor S.D. Biju, head of the Department of Environmental Studies in the University of Delhi. Who among the following has won the Hungarian Grand Picks 2021? So Hungarian Grand Picks 2021 was won by which person? Who has won it? The correct answer for the same is, his victory is only his maiden victory. So kindly give the correct answer. Yeah, Vishal, it's Esteban Ocon. Esteban Ocon, why this question can come in? Because it is his maiden Formula 1 victory, and it was one of the most thrilling Hungarian Grand Prix of all time. He was ahead of Aston Martin's Sebastian Vettel. Name the popular film character which uses Aston Martin. Can anybody name that who is associated with Aston Martin? A special high five for him. Can anybody name that who is associated with Aston Martin? While Lewis Hamilton recovered from being last at one point to claim position 3, right? Max Verstappen could only take the 10th after lap 1 contact in a crash that triggered a red flag. Nobody knows, so I will just tell. Aston Martin is the car which James Bond always uses. So James Bond, I think everybody knows the James Bond franchisee. James Bond uses Aston Martin. Izuru Udena retires from international cricket. He is from which country? Isuru Udena. Can anybody answer? So the answer for the same is that Isuru Udena is retired from the international cricket, and he was from Sri Lanka. So he played from Sri Lanka, and he has announced his retirement with immediate effect on Saturday. The reason behind his abrupt departure from international cricket is not known, but he has retired now. Who among the following has launched the book A Different Route to Success? It Could Be Yours. Kindly give the correct answer. Who has launched this book? A Different Route to Success. It Could Be Yours. The correct answer for the same is that the book has been launched by none other than Ramesh Narayan. So Ramesh Narayan, he is the founder of Canco Advertising, has released his book titled A Different Route to Success. It Could Be Yours. The book is published by Notion Press. Can anybody tell me what Notion Press is? So Notion Press is India's largest self-publication house, right? Because let us say that you have to publish a book with HarperCollins, you have to publish a book with, let us say, Bloomsbury, or you have to publish a book with Penguin. You have to go through many checks and many editorial teams. But if you have an idea and you have Notion Press, you can just publish your book, right? So the book highlights various significant events and phases of his life. World Lung Cancer Day 2021 was observed on which date? Kindly give the correct answer. The answer is that the World Lung Cancer Day, the most prominent cause of death due to cigarette smoking, was observed on which date? The answer for the same is August 1. So on August 1, World Lung Cancer Day is observed. The day is meant to raise and create awareness about lung cancer. It is the second most common form of cancer across the globe and one of the major causes of death among men and women. So you can see it here. What happens in a lung cancer? That we have covered. Like other type of cancer, it has the tendency to spread across the body through the lymph system or blood. This can lead to the formation of new tumors inside the body. There is no direct cause of lung cancer, but many things like smoking or being exposed to smoke are one of the many major reasons. Which platform has received an NBFC license from the Reserve Bank of India and aims to disburse rupees 650 crore worth of education loans in financial year 22? So which platform has received this NBFC license? The answer is that the NBFC license has been received by Gyandhan. So Gyandhan, India's first education financing platform, has received the NBFC license from the RBI and it aims to disperse this 650 crore worth of education loans in financial year 22. 50 crore will be for domestic short-term courses. This Delhi-based digital-first company has partnered with companies like Great Learning and various IS institutions to offer interest-free education loans for prospective students wanting to pursue short-term courses. Gyandhan, it's Gyandhan Akash Keshri. Which of the following film actresses has been appointed as the global ambassador of Bulgari? Bulgari is also known as BVLGARI. This is a very famous perfume brand, very costly too. So which of the following film actresses? The answer for the same is none other than the Quantico actress Priyanka Chopra. So Italian luxury brand Bulgari on Monday has said that Priyanka Chopra Jonas as the global brand ambassador. She will focus on various themes as women empowerment. Bulgari is known for gemstone jewelry, watches, fragrances, accessories and leather goods. The world's largest star sapphire cluster has recently been discovered in which country? Star sapphire cluster is correct, Kushal Mehta. Star sapphire cluster has been discovered in which country? The answer is that the world's largest star sapphire cluster has been discovered in the country of Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka has discovered the world's largest star sapphire cluster. You can see it here, right? They were digging a well in his home located in the gem-rich Ratnapura area. And this has an estimated value of up to $100 million. That is how much? $1 million is right now 8 crore rupees. So that is an estimated value of 800 crore rupees. Who among the following has recently authored a new book titled My Own Mazagon? So who among has authored it? Correct Vishal Falguni and correct Mr. Sandesh Ghalekar. So who among the following has authored this new book titled My Own Mazagon? The answer for the same is Captain Ramesh Babu. So Captain Ramesh Babu has authored this new book titled My Own Mazagon and it has been published by the Indus Source. The book highlights the story and history of Mazagon, the island which was merged into a single entity as Bombay. So Mazagon is the earlier name of Bombay. That is one static GK question. It has been released by Captain Ramesh Babu. The book has been released by which person? This is also another question which can come. This is Vice Admiral R. Hari Kumar. He is the flag officer commanding in chief of Western Naval Command. Vice Admiral Narayan Prasad retired. He is the CMD of Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders Limited. Right? So the book focuses on the history of Mazagon and resurrects the identity of Mazagon. That is the my own village. Who among the following has recently launched Paralympic theme song Kar De Kamal Tu? So Kar De Kamal Tu has been launched by which person or who has launched it? The answer is that none other than the Sports Minister of India, Anurag Singh Thakur, has launched this Kar De Kamal Tu, and this is the theme song for the Indian Paralympic contingent in New Delhi on August 3, 2021. This has been composed and sung by Sanjeev Singh. He is a Divyang cricket player from Lucknow. No, not Anu. It's it's Anurag Singh Thakur. I thought Falguni Das is writing Anu Malik. एक गरम चाय की प्याली हो, कोई उसको पिलाने वाली हो. I thought not him, please. Indian boxer Lavlina Borgen has failed to reach the gold medal final match. She won the medal in which category? This is a very important question. Why? Because these kind of questions we tend to forget. So she has won the medal in which category? Anybody? Yeah, Pankaj and Falguni is correct. It's 69 kg. So Indian boxer Lavlina Borgen has signed off with the bronze medal in her debut Olympic Games. She lost 0-5 to reigning world champion Buzenes Sormaneli on Wednesday, bringing an end to company's campaign in the sport. So she has won the bronze medal and hails from Assam. No, Sandesh, it's not right. Which company has recently been honored as the worldwide winner for maximum cutting edge in virtual banking through monetary occasions, e-newsletter The Banker, in its 2020 Innovation in Virtual Banking Awards? So which company has been honored as the worldwide winner of maximum cutting edge in virtual banking? The answer for the same is that DBS Bank. So DBS Bank is the worldwide winner for maximum cutting edge in virtual banking. Virtual banking, what is virtual banking? Virtual banking is basically that kind of banking in which a person does not have to visit the court, does not have to visit the bank. Now this is another bank, Federal Bank, which has launched FI. So it's going to launch FI, which is basically a virtual bank only. It has no other branches. So this is the new innovation and trend. So DBS has honored worldwide winner for the maximum cutting edge in virtual banking through monetary occasions e-newsletter. This is the correct answer, right? How many Indian companies has been featured in the Fortune Global 500 list for 2021? How many Indian companies have been featured in this Fortune Global 500 list? The answer for the same is that how many countries? The answer for the same is, yeah, employees ki chutti. Yeah, exactly, Kushal. How many Indian companies has been featured in Fortune Global 500 list? The answer is 7. 7 Indian companies have featured in this Global 500 list. So, and the top news with this is that Reliance has slipped to 59 places, right? The Indian Air Force has formally inducted 5 French-made Rafale aircraft into its squadron number 101 under the Eastern Air Command at the Air Force base in Hasimara. Hasimara is located in which state? Now this is an important question. Hasimara is located in which state? In which squadron these 5 Rafales were inducted? This is an important question. How many Rafales were inducted? This was also an important question. So there are 3 questions in this one question. The answer for the same is that Hasimara is in West Bengal. So Indian Air Force have formally inducted this squadron in 5 Rafales in squadron number 101 under the Eastern Air Command base in Hasimara in West Bengal. Let's go ahead. Government of India has set up the loan disbursement target under the PM Mudra Yojana at how many trillion rupees for the current financial year as compared to 3.21 trillion in the past year, financial year 21. So how many trillions have been allocated? The correct answer for the same is, kindly give the correct answer. The correct answer for the same is none of these. As, yeah, Akash, it's very important that you know that the current factor is 3 trillion for the current financial year as compared earlier. This is because increased allocation has been done under the credit guarantee scheme for small businesses. So basically other schemes are running simultaneously. That's why this scheme has been reduced. So this questions why it becomes important, because the scheme money has been reduced despite COVID, and the answer is that the extra money is going through other schemes. Who among the following has taken charge as the Managing Director of Life Insurance Corporation of India? Who among the following has taken charge as the MD of LIC? The answer is Mini Ipe. So Mini Ipe has taken the charge of LIC. She is a postgraduate in commerce from Andhra University and joined LIC in 1986 as a direct recruit officer. Now this is something which you all can aspire for, because you are aiming for a bank job or a railways job or any job in the PSU sector. So you can see a girl or a lady, now a lady, that time a girl. She joined in 1986 as a direct recruit officer, and now she has taken charge as the MD of the LIC. So that's quite a remarkable career. Jammu and Kashmir and which foundation have signed a MOU for the conservation of restorance and maintenance of the Mughal Gardens of Kashmir located at Shalimar Bagh and Nishat Bagh? So Jammu and Kashmir and which foundation? Kindly give the correct answer. So the correct answer is that Government of Jammu and Kashmir and JSW Foundation. So JSW Foundation and the Government of J&K have announced this MOU for the conservation, restoration and maintenance of the Mughal Gardens of Kashmir located at Shalimar Bagh and Nishat Bagh. In a bid to empower youth with jobs and entrepreneurship, which state has launched the first of its kind Har Hit Store scheme for promoting the sales of best quality of daily need products at reasonable prices? The correct answer for the same is that this Harit Store scheme is launched by the state which gives the maximum medals in the Commonwealth Games. Kindly give the correct answer. Now I have given a big hint. The answer is that the state is the state of Haryana. So in a bid to empower youth with jobs and entrepreneurship, Haryana Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar has launched the first of its kind Har Hit Store for promoting the sales of the best quality of daily need products at reasonable prices. It's correct, Pankaj and Kaushal. It's Haryana. Paras Khadka has announced retirement from international cricket. He is from which country? Paras Khadka. The answer is that Paras Khadka, unlike which you are guessing, he is from Nepal. So Paras Khadka, and he is the former Nepal cricket team captain, has announced retirement from international cricket on August 2. He said that he had an amazing journey on the cricket field, and that's the only thing that you need to remember, how he thanked his fans, who he thanked. That's not the question that's going to come. Paras Khadka was from Nepal national team. Which of the following has launched the new bug bounty platform for bug hunters? The answer for the same is that Google has launched this bug bounty platform for bug hunters. So Google has announced this new bug bounty platform as it celebrated the 10-year anniversary of its vulnerability reward program. The program led to a total of 11,055 bugs found and 2,022 rewarded researchers and nearly $30 million in total rewards. So basically the purpose of this whole exercise or bug bounty platform was to find bugs in the coding, and this is very, very important. Which company launched it? So that's why Google has launched it. Which of the following countries has notified Congress of a foreign military sale of Harpoon Joint Common Test Set to India? Harpoon. So this Harpoon Joint Common Test Sets for India is basically manufactured in the United States of America, and then they need the permission of the Senate to give any advanced weapon or warfare system to any other country. That's why they have taken the permission and they are going to export it to India. Harpoon Joint Common Test Set. You can see it here. Right? The deal also includes containers, spare and repair parts, support and test equipment, publications and technical documentation, personal training and training equipment. Who among the following has become the first brand ambassador of Homelane? He is a very, very loved person. Who among the following has recently become the first brand ambassador of Homelane? He also won India World Cup in 2011 cricket. I have given a very famous hint, very easy hint also, easy to catch. Yeah, it is MS Dhoni. So MS Dhoni basically has got into a 3-year strategic partnership where he will have equity. That means he will have shares in this firm Homelane. And Homelane will be the first celebrity to endorse an end-to-end home interiors brand. He will be Homelane's first celebrity. Let's go ahead. Who among the following has won the Will Eisner Comic Industry Award? Who among the following has won this? The answer is Mumbai-based illustrator Anand Radhakrishnan. So Mumbai-based Anand Radhakrishnan has won this illustrator award. The Indian artist won the Best Painter Multimedia Artist for his UK-based author Ram V's graphic novel Blue in Green. Right? He will share this award with another UK-based colorist, John Pearson. So you can see it here, how he developed this book. Which of the following bank has launched a saving account named Health and Wellness Saving Account to support under medical emergencies? Under medical emergencies. Yeah, it's correct, Sam. It's correct, Kaushal. It's correct, Vishal and Mini Raj. Kindly give the correct answer. The bank which has launched a saving account named Health and Wellness Saving Account is none other than Suryodaya Small Finance Bank. So Suryodaya Small Finance Bank has launched this Suryodaya Health and Wellness Saving Account, a premium saving account product to ensure that customers' wealth not only grows, but they and their families are also taken care on the health front in the backdrop of COVID-19 pandemic. Right? Free ambulance services up to a distance of 20 kilometers will be available at 102 locations across the country till March end 2022. And also a top-up health insurance cover of 25 lakhs, annual healthcare package and on-call emergency ambulance medical care services will be offered. Which company has collaborated with Manipal Business Solutions, the promoter of SahiPay, to expand its non-life penetration in rural areas? Kindly give the correct answer. Which company has collaborated with Manipal Business Solutions? Give the correct answer. The answer for the same is SBI General Insurance. So SBI General Insurance has tied up with SahiPay to expand reach in rural areas. The tie-up is to support the company's reach to rural segments, and they have announced this partnership with Manipal Business Solutions, the promoter of SahiPay. Basically, SahiPay is formed by Manipal for digital and financial services in the semi-urban and rural parts of the country. That's why SBI has partnered with them. Suraksha and Bharosa Dono, SBI General Insurance tagline. I firmly say that if you are correct in your approach of reading questions properly, not reading them just to answer the MCQ, अगर आप सिर्फ MCQ आंसर करने के लिए दे रहे हैं तो आप हर एक क्वेश्चन के साथ 4 GK के पॉइंट्स कर सकते हैं. Which organization has approved a resolution establishing a permanent forum for people of African descent to provide expert advice on the challenges of racism, racial discrimination, xenophobia and intolerance? So which organization has approved this resolution? The answer is that the United Nations has approved this resolution establishing a permanent forum of people of African descent to provide expert advice on the challenges of racism, racial discrimination, xenophobia and intolerance. Right? Let's go ahead. Deaf Expo 2022 is going to be held at which city? So Deaf Expo 2022 is going to be held at which city? The answer is that the Deaf Expo 2022 is going to be held at Gujarat's Gandhinagar. So Deaf Expo is the land and naval systems show off of the Defense Ministry, and it is to be scheduled to be held at the Gandhinagar from March 11 to 13 next year, the officials said. Padma Sachdev has passed away recently. Can anybody tell that who was Padma Sachdev? Basically these kind of GK we miss, and also we consider it that it is not necessary. Padma Sachdev. The answer is that Padma Sachdev was a Dogri writer. So the answer is she was a Dogri writer, right? None of these. Padma Shri Awadi Padma Sachdev, she was a modern poet of Dogri language and passed away at Mumbai hospital on Wednesday, right? Very important. You can see her image. May the God give peace to the Atman. Indian men's team defeated which team by 5-4 in the bronze medal match? This is a very, very easy question. They have just taken on the European powerhouse and then defeated them. Very easy. Can anybody tell? Yeah, the answer is none other than Germany. So Indian men's team defeated Germany 5-4 in the bronze medal match to end a 41-year wait for an Olympic medal in hockey. So the question that can come is, how much years of wait after India won the medal in hockey? That is 41 years. With which team was winner? The answer is India. Which team they defeated? The answer is Germany. The Indian men's team won the medal last time at 1980 Moscow Games. Now this is another question, right? Which can come. Which of the following state has become the first state to launch an earthquake alert app? Earthquake alert app. Earthquake alert app has been launched by which state? The answer is Uttarakhand. So Uttarakhand has become the first state to launch an earthquake alert app, right? Uttarakhand's Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami have launched this app named as Uttarakhand Bhukamp Alert, and it is available for download on both Android and iOS platform. The app will send early warning messages to people before the earthquake, and it will help in tracing the location of the people who got stuck during the earthquake and will send the alert to the authorities concerned. So basically, if rescue missions are performed in the earnest, also if the person gets the information that an earthquake is bound to happen, then a lot of lives can be saved. So Uttarakhand Bhukamp Alert. Who among the following has reached Israel for enhancing military cooperation between the two countries? So who has reached Israel? Kindly give the correct answer. The answer is that Indian Air Force earlier chief, he was RKS Bhadauria. So Indian Air Force Chief RKS Bhadauria reached Israel and met his counterpart Major General Amkin Norgmin. He's the commander of the Israel Air Force, right? So they have visited Israel to enhance ties. Name the person who is the Chief of the Staff of US Army who visited India recently. Name the person who is the Chief of Staff of US Army who visited India recently. Chief of Staff of US Army, very important post. So Chief of Staff of US Army is General James C. McConville. So General James C. McNoville is on a 2-day visit to India. He led a wreath at the National War Memorial and received a Guard of Honor at South Block. Which of the following aircraft carrier has set out on its maiden sea trials for making military equipment within India? So which of the following aircraft has set out on its maiden sea trial? The answer for the same is that India's first indigenous aircraft carrier, Vikrant. So India's first aircraft carrier Vikrant has set out on its maiden sea trials for making military equipment within India. So India's first aircraft carrier Vikrant hit the waters for the first time as the Indian Navy began sea trials on Wednesday. During the maiden sailing, the ship's performance, including hull, main propulsion and auxiliary equipment, was closely watched. Which of the following Indian naval ship has become the first Indian Navy ship to call at the heritage coastal port of Gopalpur? Kindly give the correct answer. The answer for the same is INS Khanjar. So INS Khanjar has become the first Indian Navy ship to call at the heritage coastal port of Gopalpur. The 2-day visit was organized as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav as well as Swarnim Vijay Varsh to commemorate the 75th anniversary of independence and 50th anniversary of the 1971 war. Most of us don't know, but in the 1971 war, it was a strategic victory for the Indian Navy as well. So Indian Navy, I think 4th December, they celebrate this day. They destroyed the Karachi port. Karachi port was burning for several days. So that's why this anniversary of the 1971 war is celebrated. Union Cabinet has approved MOU between Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology and which university to carry out academic programs and research activities involving students and faculty members in each institution. Kindly give the correct answer. The answer for the same is that this MOU between IIST and Delft University of Technology was signed, and this will pave the way for exchanging students at the undergraduate, postgraduate and doctoral levels. Who among the following has taken oath as the member of Rajya Sabha? So who is the person who has taken oath as the member of Rajya Sabha from the government side? The answer is former CEO of Prasar Bharati and TMC leader Jawahar Sircar. So Jawahar Sircar, right? He is the former chief executive of Prasar Bharati and TMC leader. He took oath as the member of the Rajya Sabha. Sorry, not from the government side, but from the opposition side he has taken. He is now the member of TMC. He is a TMC leader. And he took oath in Bengali and was greeted thumping of desk by fellow MPs. Who among the following has recently resigned as an advisor in the Prime Minister office? Manya Singh is saying that nothing is visible. Is it correct, Vishal? Nothing is visible? Mini Raj and other people, Sam, nothing is visible? Or the videos are okay, like the video quality? Because I can improve, like if there is something. Who among the following has recently resigned as an advisor in the Prime Minister office? Yeah, it's clear and fine because I checked the lectures. I stop the lecture in midway, like if there's an internet problem or I'm wrong, I stop it. Because in case like you're giving 120 questions live, 160, tomorrow I'll most probably release the 300 questions live. It is not possible even for a teacher that he will not fumble because nobody is God. So if in case you encounter any problem, I'm really sorry, but that's just technological faults also. Can't help. So sorry, Manya. Sorry. So who among the following has resigned as an advisor in the Prime Minister office? The answer is Amarjit Sinha. So Amarjit Sinha, basically he was superannuated. He retired in 2019 as the Rural Development Secretary, but then he was the special advisor in the PMO. Now he has resigned 7 months before his tenure of 2 years was ending. So out of that 2 years, he worked for around 16 months, 17 months. Reserve Bank of India has approved the reappointment of Prakash Chandra as non-executive part-time chairman of which bank with effect from August 3 for a 3-year period? Kindly give the correct answer that the RBI has given this approval for the reappointment of Prakash Chandra as a non-executive part-time chairman of which bank? Time please, sir. Kindly give the correct answer. The answer for the same is RBL Bank. So they have reappointment of Prakash Chandra as a non-executive chairman of the RBL Bank with effect from August 3 for a 3-year period. And Chandra's appointment and revision in his remuneration has also been approved. Basically, RBI approves all the high posts as appointment because otherwise a lot of corruption takes place. Basically, you remember that ICICI's chairman, I think Kochhad, the woman, and also other members also. Like, what do you think that that's Choksi? I think the Choksi guy who siphoned off PNB's 6,000 crore, he couldn't have done it without internal men appointed in the PNB's internal committees. So that's why it's very important that these are vetted by the RBI. Which insurance company has tied up with the National Payment Corporation of India to provide unified payment interface auto-pay facility to its customers? Which insurance company? The answer is ICICI Prudential Life Insurance. So, जी मैं आपको बताता हूँ फाल्गुनी. ICICI Prudential Life Insurance Corporation has tied up with NPCI and they will offer UPI autopay to enhance customer convenience. So basically all these companies are tying up with NPCI. Also ICICI, Axis Bank, all these big banks are going to make up their own payment interface too. So these are going people or customers who are going to buy insurance policies can make their premium payments from the safety and comfort of their homes by UPI autopay. Competition Commission of India has approved Carlyle Group's proposed 4,000 crore investment in which firm? Kindly give the correct answer. CCI has approved this Carlyle Group's proposed 4,000 crore investment in the PNB Housing Finance. So PNB Housing Finance and the Carlyle Group are together, and Competition Commission of India has accorded this deemed approval to the proposal of Pluto Investments, Salisbury Investments to pick up a majority stake in PNB Housing Finance. Right? Border Road Organization construct world's highest motorable road at Umlinga Pass. The pass is located in which state? Umlinga Pass. BRO. Umlinga Pass. So this world's highest motorable road is in Eastern Ladakh. So India's Border Road Organization has constructed the highest motorable road in the world at Umlingla Pass in Eastern Ladakh. The road has been constructed at 19,300 foot and measures 52 km in length. Who among the following has been inaugurated as the President of Iran? So who among the following has recently been inaugurated as the President of Iran? The answer is Ibrahim Raisi. So Ibrahim Raisi has been inaugurated as the President of Iran, a country whose hopes of shaking off a dire economic crisis hinges on reviving a nuclear deal with world powers. Let's go ahead. Government of India has signed a loan agreement with World Bank for a second phase of dam rehabilitation and improvement project. This loan agreement is for how many $1 million? Kindly give the correct answer. Yeah, it's correct. So Government of India has signed this loan agreement with World Bank for second phase of dam rehabilitation and improvement project. This is for how many $1 million? The answer is US $250 million loan agreement for the second phase of dam safety project. Right? The purpose of this project is to make existing dams safe and resilient across the country, the statement said. Who among the following has launched the Delhi at 2047 to make Delhi a global city by 2047? Kindly give the correct answer. Delhi a global city by 2047. The answer is none other than Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal. So Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal launched an initiative that aims to support partnerships of the government with corporates and citizen groups to work towards policies and strategy for the city's development. So Delhi at 2047, this is an important question which come, that which program was launched by the Delhi CM? The answer is Delhi at 2047. What is the purpose? The purpose is to have partnerships of the government with corporates and citizen group to work toward policies and strategy for the city's development. National Bone and Joint Day 2021 was observed on which date? National Bone and Joint Day. The answer is that the National Bone and Joint Day was observed on August 4. So moving forward, August 4 will be observed as the National Bone and Joint Day. That means it's not a UN recognized day. This is a day which is celebrated by the national government. Who among the following is the author of an ideal world? Who among the following is the author of an ideal world? The answer is none other than Kunal Basu. So Kunal Basu has written this book of an ideal world. This is expected to release in early 2022 and it is published by Penguin Random House. It explores a variety of themes like family, college politics and fanaticism. Right? This is basically the story. The story will not come. But who has written the book, who has published the book, and when it is expected to be out, this is also not a question which comes. So the question is who has written the book and what is the book's name, who is publishing it. Let's go ahead. Who among the following has broken the record for most T20 runs in a calendar year? The answer for the same is none other than Mohammad Rizwan. So Pakistan's Mohammad Rizwan has scored 46 runs off 36 balls in the second T20 to set the record for most runs in a calendar year in T20 international cricket. So that's all for today, guys. I will be coming tomorrow. I will be giving a calendar, or like I will be giving a daily schedule out. I will make a proper, like whatever I wrote today, I will make a proper PNG image or a JPG image will be loaded on the Smartkeeda official site. That JPG image will come on like 11 a.m. around 11 a.m. So the lectures will start positively in the evening. And we will be covering all the mock drills of June and July also. June, July also 300 questions and the polity section too. So a lot of lectures coming up your way. I was off. I went to give an exam because I wanted to check my own knowledge also, and I performed very well in that exam. So I was off for 2 days because it's very necessary for teachers also to keep on a check on their knowledge in various examinations. ऐसा नहीं होता है कि सिर्फ बच्चों को ज्ञान दो और खुद आप कर नहीं पा रहे हैं परफॉर्म. तो कुछ ऐसे ही डमी एग्ज़ाम भरा था मैंने एक, तो उस डमी एग्ज़ाम के अंदर भी काफ़ी अच्छा स्कोर रहा और जो टेक्निक्स थी मेरी वो वहाँ पे उस एग्ज़ाम में काम आई. सबसे बड़ी टेक्निक जो होती है पेपर के अंदर वो ये होती है कि आप बहुत कामनेस के साथ पेपर दें, फिर आपका सिक्स्थ सेंस जो है वो करेक्ट आंसर्स पे मार्क करता है. इसके अलावा जो क्वेश्चंस थोड़े 50-50% भी होते हैं वहाँ पर भी आप अच्छे से मार्क करते हैं. मॉक ड्रिल मैंने वैसे आज निकालनी थी लेकिन मैं उसको कल ही निकालूंगा अब, और कल मैं एक शेड्यूल के हिसाब आपके साथ मिलूंगा. ठीक है. सो थैंक यू वेरी मच गाइज, थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर बीइंग हियर एंड थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर लिसनिंग. Nikhil Raj, I will let you know by Smartkeeda official channel. I'll let you know. Vishal, yeah, mock drill will be tomorrow because now it's quite late. I have already exceeded the time. So I will come tomorrow and I will definitely I'll be there. I'll be there daily. 2-3 days I went for that examination and I realized okay, the techniques do work. So thank you very much guys.